Howdy folks, I hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. Today's December 23rd, 2024. I guess that makes it Christmas Eve, right? The last Monday before the holidays. Did you finish doing all your shopping? Did you get everybody on your list? It's going to be a somewhat expensive day if you own both the ALP 4K and the HD and are picking up all the game packs that are released today. Usually I like to post these a little bit earlier in the day, but the kids were off school, so that means the days belong to them and not me. There's only so much time that we have before they're grown and gone, and anyway, enough with the blah, blah, blah. Thanks to the latest AtGames debacle, the DNS issue, all the tables that were supposed to be released last week are hitting today. In today's comparison video, we're going to be looking at two Zen originals, Wild Wild West Rampage and Sorcerer's Lair. The video clips that you're watching here are the original trailers released for the tables and whatever else I decide to sprinkle in here. Rest assured, the links for all the full videos will be found in the description below. With regards to our history and backstory of these two titles, we're going to be hitting up Pinball FX Wiki for our info today. I guess we'll start out with the Wild West Rampage first. It was initially released on February 25th, 2015 as part of the Iron and Steel Pack add-on for Zen Pinball 2, Pinball FX, and Pinball FX3. It was eventually added to Pinball FX when it was released, but unfortunately I don't have an exact date for that, but it's not like I spend days researching this shit. Moving on to Sorcerer's Lair, it was released on April 26, 2011, and is one of the earliest Zen Pinball original tables. This fantasy horror pinball table was made available as a free starter table in the installments of Zen Pinball, Pinball FX2, Pinball FX3, and eventually made its way to Pinball FX. Again, no date on that either. Okay, enough with the history lesson. Let's move on. If you haven't seen these before, here's a recap of what we're going to do. As I don't have access to the older versions, first we're going to start off with FX3, followed by Pinball FX, and then the ALP 4K release, which is actually how I play them. Everything is shot in 4K at 60 frames a second, and I'm going to keep my mouth shut until gameplay is complete. Then I'll put the tables side by side as we discuss my thoughts on the port, gameplay, visuals, etc. If you're curious about the PC that I'm using, it is a custom build that I put together in February 2024 from parts that I picked up at Micro Center. I put a part picker link for the machine in the description for any of you geek types that are like me that are interested in knowing what's going on underneath the hood. And with that, let's get started.
Before the stagecoach arrives. That was close. There's a secret door here.
You rot down there.
Ew, disgusting. Ow, my leg. Hate spiders. Don't worry, they're just spiders. got this stuff. Can you solve it? Yeah? Just watch me. This doesn't make any sense.
So what did you guys think? First, we're going to start with Wild West Rampage. Initially, when I played the FX3 and Pinball FX versions, I thought they were extremely similar in look, but now that I put them side by side, I can definitely see the difference. Both the FX3 and ALP 4K versions look lighter and slightly washed out as compared to the Pinball FX version. When playing the ALP 4K version, it feels like it's too small as compared to the FX3 and Pinball FX versions. Looking at the three tables side by side, you can definitely see it. I feel like maybe they should have cut the top floor off the saloon or something, just so you could get closer to the table. Another thing I noticed on the ALP 4K version is when the ball pops out of the glass when it breaks, it seems to kind of hang for a moment before it starts to run down the ramp, which is kind of odd. The ALP 4K version again feels like it's kind of taken a step back as compared to, say, Charlie Brown Christmas, or the South Park tables. I have to admit, I kind of have a little buyer's remorse here when it comes to this table. I know it's only $5, but in my opinion, the table looks so small as compared to the other versions that, at least to me, it's going to make it difficult to play. Moving on to Sorcerer's Lair, I kind of feel like the ALP 4K version has a slight edge. Not that it looks better than the Pinball FX version, however, I like the darker colors and the characters are a bit larger on this table. When it comes to the minigames, they look great on the ALP 4K as well. I know you're never going to get the same kind of performance out of the ALP 4K as you would the Pinball FX version, but the game is so simplistic, it's pretty close. The animation obviously isn't as good, but the playability is definitely there. It definitely looks better than Wild West Rampage, as the sizing is comparable as to the FX and Pinball FX versions. There's no buyer's remorse on this one. My daughter's going to love this one just like the others. Before I go, I wanted to remind you to enable offline mode. This should eliminate the possibility of you getting locked out of your game should there be another outage. If you utilize the licenses on multiple machines, then I'm sorry, you're kind of SOL here. I know the process has kind of been reviewed to death at this point, but I'd be remiss if I didn't cover it. What you're going to want to do is spin through your settings and find offline mode. Select Manage, then start checking off the boxes. You'll notice that the ones turn to zeros when you check the box. Do this for all of your tables. Then select offline mode, and you're done. At this point, you should be good to go and be able to play your games without having to phone home. Well, that's it for this one, folks. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down and subscribe and give me another shot. If there's anything you'd like to see me cover, please let me know. If there's anything that you'd like me to change or think I could do better, again, please let me know. If you hung out to the end, thanks for sticking around. I just want to say I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. And as always, stay safe, be well, take care, and have a Merry Christmas.